Hey, I'm going to show you the concept of whiff punishing from backing up. So you bait a movement, you back up, and you whiff punish them. So first we'll start with Noob Saibot. See, so Noob is going to poke like that, and then Cetrion is on reversal. So what she's going to do, the AI pokes as soon as I touch her. Okay, she blocks it and pokes. All right, this is a long range poke. Now with this example, I'm going to remove this. With this example, if I'm right in front of her, she's going to get me because she has a nice down 4. But if I'm right here, notice how down 4 with Noob Saibot, that's something specific with Noob Saibot, but it works with a few other pokes. Look at how it pushes her back on block, this pushback, and because of that, Noob Saibot can benefit from this pushback, and here's what he can do. So you're about, I think it's going to work if I'm from here. Okay, you're here, there you go. She blocks, she responds with a poke, and she gets punished. Even down 3. So that's one way you can use your own pokes to whiff punish. On pokes, on block. It's cheap as hell, but it works. Okay? So you can do... See, Noob Saibot doesn't even have to back up. Usually to whiff punish people, you have to create situations where you back up, and that's how Cetrion plays. But this guy can just abuse down 4 and convert it. It's like his turn should be over, but it's actually not over. So just play around. There's all sorts of texts with all sorts of characters based on the pokes. Usually pokes that move back. Down 4 is usually a poke that has a little bit more pushback. Like if I try to do this with down 1. Whoa. Okay, it depends on the distance. So if I'm barely touching, look at the... That's so dumb. The punch is like in the air if you look at the animation real close. But anyways. So he could still punish it like that. But his best tool is down 4. Alright. So that's one way with Noob Saibot to punish. That's whiff punishing from pokes. I'm going to show you whiff punishing the non-cheap way. That's the dragon way. Okay, Noob Saibot does down 4 on reaction to respond to attacks, okay? So I do this. Notice, even if I don't make him duck. So Noob Saibot tries to punch back, to poke back or something. But Cetrion, because that 1-1 is so strong, has time to move back. Let's say I do... this is definitely gonna... What if I do this? Okay. This one you have to be a little bit more careful. But it works from time to time. Here we go. It depends on the distance. If you're right here, this might catch you. But keep in mind, this is as fast as the computer can do it. Usually, in real life, the opponent has to react to this being a stagger and then decide to poke. So with that time, you have time to backdash, usually. But let's say you're here. Come on. Okay, so here's another example, okay? Like that. There you go, with punish. Like that. With punish. Again. There you go, there's all sorts of things you can do with Cetrion. Cetrion is a footsie-based character, and that's what footseeing is. Footseeing is not just running away, backdashing until your opponent is like whiffing in the air and then you hit them. You know, it is part of whiff punishing, but it's also creating situations for yourself, like that baiting movement. So let's say that Noob Saibot does this. I need to be a bit farther away for this to work. I know that this guy is nuts. He doesn't like to front dash. He doesn't like to move forward. He just YOLOs everything, okay? So he does that. Oh my god, this has nice range. And then that's a whiff punish. That's a whiff punish. Using movement to bait attacks is whiff punishing. It's footsies. The concept of footsies is being in the neutral, like that, moving around, creating situations for yourself like that. And it's all character specific. You have to figure out what works with your character. I'll show you another example. When people say they play the neutral, they mean that they're here. That's where they are. That's where they fight. They keep distancing. Someone comes up to you and you're like, no, hold on. You keep your distance. That's neutral. Now, Sub-Zero does not have a good neutral, because if Sub-Zero does this attack, since it's a high, and it's advancing high, someone can just down 4 him. That's why his neutral is kind of bad. But Scorpion's neutral is actually pretty good because of this one. Because of down one, back 1. And it's a mid. So if we're talking about whiff punishing or just creating situations where you can force a whiff punish, Scorpion has tools for that. That's 2-1. Why? Because 2-1 is plus on block. Look, block advantage plus 2. Even 2-1-2. If I can get him to get closer. 2-1-2. Plus 7. You're plus and you're here. This is the perfect situation to take advantage of neutral. Alright, so Sub-Zero pokes on reaction, okay? So let's say I give you an example of whiff punishing. So let's say I do this. There you go. That's whiff punishing. That's neutral. If I do, okay, I have to be careful here. There we go. Another example of whiff punishing. What else? Let's say I do. Okay, let's say the back one stagger. Okay, I back one. I back one from here. Let's say. Okay, this is actually not the best example. This is more of a stagger of reaction thing, but it's gonna work on the AI. There you go. It works if someone tries to poke back or something like that, something with a short range. But if Sub-Zero used back one, he would get me right there. But that's another example of using space to create opportunities for yourself. Now, Sub-Zero does not have good neutral, in my opinion. But what Sub-Zero can do is he can still whiff punish you with back 3 with this attack. It looks dumb, doesn't it? But the frames are so good that he can do all sorts of things to you. So Sub-Zero string, the back 3 to 1, this one here, many attacks you can do with it. So let's look at one, the most famous one, or the most useful one maybe. You're baiting a poke. Okay, so you see here, keep in mind this is a computer, this is as fast as possible. With human reaction, there are delays. So if this works on the computer, it will definitely work against a human being. So I poked him. I touched him with my foot from here. There you go. This is going to work much better against a real person, I tell you. Well, that's an example of footseeing again. I'll show you one last example. With a big boy. The false con. Kotokan. Can probably use... Okay, I'll use Kotokan to show you how big boys can also whiff punish. And use space, and I will then use even Jackie to show you how this is even possible with someone who is a purely rushdown character. Everyone is able to whiff punish in this game, using spacing and intelligent techniques. Kotul in variation 3, or whenever he has that disc thing, that's very strong, it resets neutral. And Kotokan doesn't want to be right here. He lacks a good mid. When he's right here, that's why he's poking you all the time, because that's... He can only go for that quick mid, or... He has to go for highs and he can get mashed on. So Kotal wants to be here because of quick mids like this. Other long ranging attacks like that one, all sorts of things. So what he does is he resets neutral with his disc. Okay, you're here. And it's only -1. Look at the block advantage here. Block advantage, -1. So if he does this, you're kind of fucked. If you push a button or you're like, you know, dash on him and stuff like that. Here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to reset neutral and I'm going to punish someone that's trying to come to me. I'm going to punish it with standing 4, or I'm going to reinforce it with 4-2. Okay, so I am Jackie and I'm like, alright, it's my turn, it's my turn. Ah! You see what happened? I'm going to try to... Didn't work. Alright, let's try something else. This is probably going to work. Okay, this actually works, so let's try something normal. Okay, so you see, that's a way to reinforce the neutral. Because they can't come in. They're forced to block, and now, you know, you're back in a good position. You're always in a good position with that string. The only, you know, in that case, what she would want to do is this. On hard reads. You know, so let's say she does. Like that. Alright, so that's one option. Okay, that's perfect. So let's look at this here. So I'm like, alright, it's my turn, come here. Ah! And then I get opened up. Alright, so he does this. He wants to take a back step because his 4-2 might get punished otherwise. He does that. I'm gonna kick your ass. Ugh! So that's another concept of whiff punishing. By backing up. By creating space. But of course, that's not like, if she does that, it's over. So... Now let's look at Jackie is going to be the last example, okay? Okay, so when I touch Kodokan, he's going to do that, okay, as soon as he gets hit. So let's put this off for a second. With Jackie's forward 1, it's -2. -2 is amazing for staggers, okay? Usually when she's done this, it's pretty much over for her. She can try to abuse and down 1 because this is only -4, which is crazy. But a good stagger is this, and that's how people whiff punish. They do forward 1, backdash, forward 1, 2, okay? Why is this going to work? I'll show you why. So, do this. See? Okay, so let's do it again, just so that you saw properly. Do this. Okay. But she has to backdash. I can't just... If I don't backdash, I'm fucked. Alright. So now, say does that. Okay, so he pokes on reaction. Okay, so I'm gonna bait the poke. The poke here is actually pretty good, so I'm gonna have to be careful. But it still works if you're at the right distance. That is the concept of footseeing, whiff punishing. You have to find what works with your character. How you do that is you put the AI on custom reversal, you record it, go to record, see how there's a new option now after 4, custom get up reversal, and you record your attack immediately. And as soon as one punch is blocked, he's gonna hit, right? So you can't do a full combo or else it opens him up. So if you actually want to practice this, you have to like touch with the final hit if you're trying to do something here. So that's the concept, guys. Go into practice mode and figure out what works for you. Oh my god, I think I just figured something out. Wow, you can whiff punish with forward 3. It looks even better than with the forward 1. Yeah, it is. Alright guys, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Go into practice mode and figure out what works for you in terms of whiff punishing. This is absolutely needed when you want to open people up that can't be opened. Alright, like, comment, subscribe. Have a good one.